Remembrance honours those who served to defend our democratic freedoms and way of life. We unite across faiths, cultures and backgrounds in order to remember the service and sacrifice of the Armed Forces community from Britain and the Commonwealth. The physical representation of our collective remembrance is the poppy, a symbol of hope for a peaceful future. Unfortunately, the Royal British Legion branches are unable to launch the poppy appeal, as has been done in the past, with members of the uniformed organisations helping to sell poppies around the marketplaces, or their remembrance concerts being held in the churches. I sincerely hope this year that they will receive support from other channels. The Borough Council had to make the difficult decision last month to change the way in which the Remembrance Sunday service is organised. Unfortunately, this year there will be no church service beforehand, nor will there be a parade, which included the uniform groups, youth organisations and other community representatives before the act of remembrance. Arrangements have been made for the laying of wreaths, which will be carried out in a controlled manner with the important social distancing in place. In past years, we have always had a terrific turnout of spectators in both Ilkeston and Long Eaton, but this year I should like to ask those wishing to attend to please be responsible. Do not attend if you feel unwell or if you've been told to self-isolate. Please stay in your social bubble and wear a face covering if there's a chance that you cannot adhere to the 2-metre social distancing. We cannot envisage how many people will attend now that there will be no parade, and so if you feel uncomfortable in large crowd, please stay at home and safely join with the act of remembrance at 11 a.m. By working together, it will be far easier to get this virus under control, and we can get back to some kind of normality. Thank you, and stay safe.
Remembrance is one of the core pillars of the Royal British Legion's charitable remit as the nation's champion of remembrance. We are responsible for ensuring the remembrance is understood, available to all, and passed on to future generations. The act of remembrance is a deeply personal act available to everyone. It acknowledges the service, sacrifice of the armed forces and their families across all conflicts. The physical representation of collection of remembrance is the poppy, a symbol of hope for a peaceful future. There are no restrictions on when or how you remember. We are often asked where the poppy should be worn. It can be worn anywhere as long as it is worn with pride, as well as the National Day of Remembrance, which is the nearest Sunday to the 11th of November. The Ilkeston branch holds a small service on Armistice Day, 11th hour on the 11th day of the 11th month, which was the day that the guns fell silent in 1918. We hold ceremonies on the Park Cemetery where the children from Chaucer Junior School lay crosses in memory of Ilkeston servicemen that never returned. Similar services are also held at Kirkhallam Church with the children of Ladywood and Dallymore Junior Schools at Lower Stanton Road Cemetery and the Stanton Ironworks Memorial, situated at the Ilkeston Rugby Club ground, along with Allen Fields Junior School. Of course, all of these are not possible this year due to COVID-19, but we will be doing what we can, and always we will remember them.
"2020 is the 75th anniversary of both Victory in Europe and Victory in Japan, known as VE and VJ Day. And the events which had been planned to commemorate these two very important dates had unfortunately had to be cancelled at short notice due to the first wave of the COVID-19 virus. However, it was pleasing to our veterans that some people still carried on with their commemorations, albeit at a much smaller scale, to ensure that those who paid the ultimate sacrifice in Europe and in the Far East, were not forgotten. Once again, the Long Eaton branch has arranged for 380 named poppy crosses to be planted behind the War Memorial to honour those from the Long Eaton area who made the ultimate sacrifice in World War II. You are welcome to place personal tributes along with those at your convenience. Assisted by representatives of our cadet units, crosses will again be placed at all individual war graves in our local cemeteries. I know I speak for both branches of the Royal British Legion in saying that we fully support the hard decision to limit this year's commemorations in order to keep all residents safe whilst we are battling with the virus. Children may wish to place a colourful poppy in their window as their own act of remembrance, and some people may wish to simply remember at home this year so that the number of people attending may be kept at a manageable number. I would, on behalf of the branch, like to express our sincere thanks to the people of Long Eaton and District for their tremendous support over the years, and we look forward to 2021, our 100th anniversary.